The last victory Sunday in overtime, 129-124. They have not lost a game since they played at Memphis back on November 25th. So a challenge ahead tonight for Utah. Hit the rim underneath, so the Jazz give it away. Zion up against Olynyk on that first touch of the night. Straightaway three, and McCollum and the Pelicans come to town and open up a 5-0 run. He had 31, remember, in New Orleans in that overtime victory, October 23rd. Took a right turn off the rim, and McCollum has it and quickly pushes the ball up court. Low block, marketing against Zion. Inside, turn it up and in.
Such a difficult shot. Jordan Clarkson makes it look easy with kind of a double pump.
Tied at 11, not for long.
And get off the floor quickly. I'd love to see the Utah pick him up a little bit higher so he can't get that position and explosivity down low.
Dish it down low, Valanciunas. That's a pretty tough.
Other thing about Zion, his second jump is probably one of the quickest in the league from floor back up in the air.
Jazz turn it over. They're going to give it back to Zion, who puts it down with two hands.
One of the reasons that the Pelicans are red hot right now is this young man shooting free throws right now. He's scored about 8 straight 25-plus point games, and he's just been unstoppable.
And the key as he moves forward in his third year, Thurl, is simply you have to stay in shape. Dyson Daniels just checked in. Rebounds or just missed his own rebound, but the ball comes loose and one again as Zion muscles down inside, throws it off the glass.
I think Walker's done a nice job, one of the top shot blockers in the league. But sometimes it's not just about blocking shots, it's also trying to be able to alter them.
So they come in with Kessler, who just picked up, Olynyk just picked up a second foul. What I'm interested to see is, so they're going to put Kelly Olynyk now on Zion.
His two-point percentage is 70%, much like those buckets you just saw. Beasley try to run one up late.
Look out below!
22 points in the paint for the Pelicans.
Offensive.
Beautifully done by Williamson.
Played a couple of minutes in that quarter that just finished up. There's a spin. Alexander Walker had his pocket pick, and they're going to run it back down inside on a breakaway, and Devontae scores his first two. Jose Alvarado on the floor. Zion rolls into the paint, comes up short with the left hand, and he fouls Kessler over the back. They did not give it to him, at least to this point. Beasley rises up, 15-footer off the elbow. Williamson there for the rebound. He was on that downhill run. He restarted and then took another run at the rack, and it is still on the move. Alexander Walker belt high, inside Markkanen, contact the bucket. He took on 2 red jerseys. Pelicans have the possession. They missed their last 9 shots from the floor, make it 10. Williamson rebounds, has the ball taken away by Vanderbilt. Back comes Utah, 4-on-3 break. Clarkson takes the 3, up and out. Tapped up! 17 assists now for Utah. That shot tapped up by Valanciunas. Zion fills the paint and scores. Vanderbilt has made a big impact in this game. There's a foul down inside. Is it Vanderbilt or Olynyk?
He made that happen by keeping his eyes on the rim as he's falling to the ground. That was really high.
Markkanen taps it out off the miss.
Trying to get back in rhythm.
Valanciunas flies up a 3, reaching out. Zion inside and one.
Yeah, well, we asked the question, was Zion going to stay aggressive? And I think he just answered on this.
Free throw, good.
It's interesting. It looked like the Pelicans have jumped into a couple of possessions of zone because Utah's shooting just 28% from 3. So that shot was crucial for Malik to hit that and try to get them out of that zone. And he's got to get going for the Jazz to get some spark here. The flame needs to be lit on this snowy night in Salt Lake City.
Well, Holly, he's been struggling the last couple of games from downtown. He was 0 for 7 in Denver. So 13 straight over the last 2 games.
Because it's working for the Pelicans. They can't hit an outside shot, specifically a 3, so they're going to try to beat the Jazz down in that.
And I think it's a good point you brought up. He was out with that hip injury, and your hip, your legs, your chain of motion. That's something to consider with Jordan Clarkson. I think that.
37 rebounds for the Jazz. Nance Jr. rebounds and finds out front. Jones, Herbert Jones, Williamson stepped out of bounds. Good defense by Markkanen. We take advantage of those shots. We always think they're so common, but you know, look at Vanderbilt. I mean, that's a big time bucket.
That is a big one.
Markkanen slides inside. Zion put a body up on him. Williamson runs the other way. Markkanen tries to impede his progress. Down goes the big man. Conley, Beasley, runner, up and in. Jazz taking advantage of these missed shots. Stolen. Williamson, a bump.
CJ's better at 87%.
2 shots. Yeah, let's put CJ up there. Nobody will notice. One more. Zion. Williamson. High pick and roll. Williamson scoops inside, right to left hand around Kessler. Back out front. That ball's off Marshall's foot. Shot clock hits 5. Zion inside and rolls home. Another bucket with his left hand.
Let's get that flame going, Jordan Clarkson.
8 points for JC. Did not play at Denver. Williamson. Mid-range. Down the barrel.
Performance coaches, he's one of a million. His explosivity and his force production off the floor, 1 in a million.
He grabs a rebound off the 2-point shot by Beasley. Just over a minute left and a 12-point lead for Utah. Blocked by Kessler. Hello. The averages coming into tonight, nearly 6 a game. Beasley in traffic, counted. It was on its way down and then
protecting the paint. Malik Beasley finding the keel for 3.
Kessler again. 17 years out of UConn, 7-0 run. And the Jazz lead is 22. Alvarado chased by Mike inside. And 1. Fires up a shot, comes up short. Tries to race down for the rebound. Zion hands it down on the other end, and the Pelicans get a nice runner at the rack and a timeout, Will Hardy.
But the defending the 3, only 4 for 27 for the Pelicans. Just a great defensive effort by this Jazz team tonight.